Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about vaccines. Pretty much what is a vaccine and what's actually in it that allows it to prevent diseases. So the concept of vaccination first came about in the 18th century during the time of smallpox. Now this disease killed 10 to 30% of all people that got infected. It was a pretty serious disease, but it was noticed that a certain population of people would not get the disease as badly, and it seemed to be much more likely to recover or didn't even get the disease at all when they were exposed to someone with smallpox. Now this was actually a group of milkmaids who had previously been infected with a similar but much less severe disease called cowpox, as this allowed them to develop an immunity to the smallpox virus. Now the scientific name for cowpox is, any guesses? Vaccinia, and that is actually where we get the term vaccine from. Nowadays we have slightly more sophisticated methods of vaccination, but the basic concept is really still the same. It's the idea that exposing someone to a weakened form of the organism or pathogen allows your body to create an immunity against it, and that gives your immune system the tools it needs to fight off the disease if you do encounter it later down the track. Now there are three main types of vaccines. The first is the live vaccine. As the name suggests, it contains a live version of the virus or other organism. Now these are the first vaccines developed and also still the most effective. But you might think, if we're injecting live virus into people, why doesn't it make you sick? Well, the answer is it's because it's what's called an attenuated, meaning a weakened version of the virus. So the virus is still able to replicate inside your body, essentially increasing the amount of vaccine you have in your body even after it's injected, but it's not strong enough to cause you symptoms or illness. And the next type of vaccine is the killed organism vaccine. These are theoretically safer than your live vaccines because the organism is dead and doesn't have the ability to replicate inside your body, meaning that people with compromised immune systems can actually have these vaccines. Examples of vaccines using killed organisms are whooping cough and influenza vaccine. So the third type of vaccine is what's known as a subunit vaccine. This is made by destroying the virulent or disease-causing pathogen and purifying the parts and inactivating them, creating what's known as toxoids. Most commonly used are bacterial toxoids. These have been altered so that they can no longer cause symptoms and the disease, but your immune system is still able to recognize it as a foreign invader and create that immunity against the bacteria that allows it to effectively fight off the disease. Some examples of a subunit vaccine are tetanus, pneumococcal, meningococcal, and the hepatitis B vaccination. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about what is in a vaccine. If you found this useful, please subscribe and ring the little notification bell so you're notified of any future videos I post. And if you do have any other questions or any other topics you would like me to make videos on, please feel free to leave a comment down below.